I'm done. I'm done with education because my students are using AI and I'm tired of it and I can't deal with it anymore. A topic that we cannot seem to get away from in education is that of artificial intelligence, or AI. And in this video, I want to review an article I found and also give you my thoughts, which are a little bit controversial, and just discuss AI in general. And as always, I would love to hear your thoughts on the issue as well. So make sure to leave your comments down in the comment section below. But let's go ahead and get into this article, and then I'll tell you how I feel about this. This article comes to us from Forbes, and the headline reads, "Study: 94% of AI-generated college writing is undetected by teachers." So it says here, and this was posted on November 30th, but it says, "It's been 2 years since ChatGPT made its public debut, and in no sector has its impact been more dramatic and detrimental than in education." Notice the language there, dramatic and detrimental. Increasingly, homework and exam writing are being done by generative AI instead of students, turned in and passed off as authentic work for grades, credit, and degrees. It is a serious problem that devalues the high school diploma and college degree. It is also sending an untold number of supposedly qualified people into careers and positions such as nurses, engineers, and firefighters, where their lack of actual learning could have dramatic and dangerous consequences. So again, look at the verbiage here. Serious problem, devalues the high school diploma, and so on and so forth. So the article again goes on to explain what the title says, that 94% of AI-generated college writing is undetected by teachers. And the reason is that a lot of professors are not using AI detection software. And even at that, AI detection software is not that great. It says here, the research team found that overall AI submissions verged on being undetectable, with 94% not being detected. If we adopt a stricter criterion for detection with the need for the flag to mention AI specifically, 97% of AI submissions were undetected. So yeah, detection software is not that great. A lot of professors aren't using it anyways. And here down at the very end, it says, as a result, fraud is rampant in large part because schools aren't interested in detection and consequences. 2 years in, AI is here. Any willingness to limit its corrosive power has yet to arrive. So clearly, this author here, who is, Derek Newton, his stance on this and his feeling is that AI is destroying education. He didn't say that specifically, but that's kind of what he's getting at, is that he said that it devalues diplomas and it could be dangerous because we have people who are getting advanced degrees and going off into these prestigious fields that require some depth of knowledge. And AI, clearly, if you're using AI, you're not showing that you have learned anything. If you submit a whole essay and it's not your original work, it's not a demonstration of learning. And yeah, that may be true, but I want to give you an alternate perspective on this. You see, AI, it is a topic that has been discussed endlessly. It seems like in the field of education, we can't get away from it because, yes, it is so rampant. And a lot of teachers and districts aren't sure exactly how to handle it. Some districts have decided to implement workshops and training on artificial intelligence to educate rather than to ban AI usage altogether. Trying to give teachers the knowledge they need to deal with AI, but then also giving students the knowledge of AI and, explaining morality and ethics and why they shouldn't use AI and all that other extra stuff. So some steps have been taken to deal with this. But what I see a lot of is just teachers just complaining about AI. Like there was an article not too long ago that came out about a teacher. He just said that he quit. He quit the profession altogether because he was, I believe, English language arts based. He was an ELA professor or something like that. And he said, I'm done. I'm done with education because my students are using AI and I'm tired of it and I can't deal with it anymore. And that's kind of how like that's the general vibe that I'm getting from teachers who are coming into contact with AI and seeing it used and abused in schools. And, I hate to say it, but AI is not going away. It's just not going away. And we can fight it. We can, continue to complain and whine about AI being out there. But here is my perspective on this, okay? And let me just give you let me give you a little lead into what I'm about to say so that you understand exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying. This year, I am teaching a reading intervention class. And at the beginning of the school year, the reading intervention teachers were told that we had to give instruction on cursive writing to students, 7th graders. We were supposed to dedicate, out of the 75 minutes a day that I have with each class of students, dedicate some time to teaching cursive writing. And the reason that I was told that students needed to learn cursive writing is because, well, they need to know how to write a signature. That, to me, was mind-blowing. And now, eventually, this got walked back because the administration had a lot of pushback on this. Because we were like, look, cursive writing is dead, okay? I mean, it's nice if you can write in cursive, but we got a lot of other things that students need to learn. They're reading, namely, and we cannot dedicate time to cursive writing. Students are not even tested on cursive writing on standardized tests. Why are we going to waste time on that? It didn't make any sense. Because cursive writing, it is like a dead art. All right? Now you might see where I'm going with this because yes, we have print writing, but print writing is kind of moving on the way out because students now for standardized tests, especially what they're tested on is their writing, but typed writing. All right. But now let's go a step further. Typed writing is being replaced with AI writing. So what we are seeing is not just that writing itself is changing, but writing is on the way out, in my opinion. Writing is on the way out. You see, we have traditionally been trained that writing, especially in English language arts, that writing is the end all and be all because writing is how we demonstrate our understanding that we have learned a concept and that we can critically analyze a text or whatever, that we can produce something. And we produce it in writing. The curriculums that we have these days, the end task, especially in English language arts, is a culminating writing task where students have to produce some kind of writing. But that is not going to work anymore. I hate to say it. We can try to we can use AI detection software to try and see if students are using AI. I think that that's fighting an uphill battle, to be honest, because I think that writing is on its way out. And for someone who is a writer, that's difficult to say. It's strange to say because I have a dissertation that I'm planning and I have not thought about using AI at all. I'm not going to. I actually enjoy writing, not only a dissertation, but I have a book that I'm working on, have not considered using AI at all because it's just not what I want to do. It's a challenge for me to write. So I enjoy doing it and I look forward to that. But a lot of people don't, understandably. But I think that writing is niche. It is on its way out. And writing is AI these days. It is AI that we are working with. So I think educators need to start rethinking what learning is and how we demonstrate our learning, because it might not necessarily be through writing. And a suggestion and something that you might consider would be, for example, in English language arts, we have some extension tasks that students complete sometimes. And one of them is a Socratic seminar. Now, a Socratic seminar, basically in the classroom, you have students research a topic and they all come together and, you set up the classroom in a certain way and you essentially, the teacher facilitates a discussion and students sit around and they present ideas and discuss ideas, things of that nature. Why are we not using, for example, and I'm not saying that this is the best way to do this, but why are we not thinking along those lines that learning is demonstrated through speech, through what students say in a Socratic setting, that they share ideas? And that can all be graded and measured using a rubric, something of that nature. But why not have alternate ways for students to demonstrate learning that is not necessarily writing based? Writing is just what we have traditionally used. It's so ingrained in our education system. We're accustomed to writing essays. And that's how we do things. What about projects? I mean, yeah, sure, AI can, type up something real quick, can write a story, can write some poetry, can write an essay and all this. But what about project-based learning? Why not move towards something along those lines instead of having students write an essay to demonstrate their learning? Why aren't they creating something? Working on some type of multi-step project that might include writing at some point, but involves a presentation, a verbal or physical presentation, incorporating speech into English language arts rather than just producing writing. There are other ways that we can demonstrate our knowledge and our learning. And I think that we have gotten too hung up on AI and the whole writing thing. Because again, when I look at this article and I hear people harping on AI and I see this over and over again and teachers just complaining, at this point to me, it sounds like whining. And that's not meant to hurt anybody's feelings by saying that. But I mean, it really truly has come to that point because we can complain and we can whine and we can talk about the dangers and all the reasons we don't like AI. We can continue doing that, but it's not going to solve anything. We need to start rethinking the way that we assess our students rather than just complaining about what is available right now. Honestly, the way that things are now, I mean, I get it. Teachers have to, because the curriculums that are out there, they may be based around writing elements. You're required to assess students with writing. But look, if that's what you give me and that's what you expect me to teach, and I don't have the tools, look, I'm not going to fight AI as an ELA teacher or reading intervention or whatever, because my students do a lot of writing in class. But I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to come up with alternate ways for students to demonstrate their understanding. And if AI is a problem, I'm going to move away from writing. I'm going to have you do something else. You might have to give a speech in my classroom, is all I'm saying. So those are my thoughts on AI. Again, this article says 94% of AI generated college writing is undetected by teachers. Well, so be it. If that is the case, figure something out. Figure something else out. Stop worrying about writing so much. Come up with another way to assess your students. I know that writing is, in some ways, a simple assessment design, but you got to start thinking outside the box. And that's my challenge to educators with this. Stop complaining. Stop whining about AI. Come up with something else. I don't know what that solution is. I offered you a couple of them, like I said, the presentation and all that, and that may not be the way to go. But all I'm saying is we need to think outside the box and we need to do something different because complaining isn't helping. But anyways, like I said, might be a controversial take, might be a hot take. And in the next few years, I may come back and look at this video and think, what was I even saying? Why did I even think that? But right now, that's actually how I feel about it. And if you think that I'm incorrect, hey, let me know down in the comment section. Just please be respectful. I love to hear when people, don't necessarily agree. I love to hear when people agree, but, be respectful. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Also, make sure that you like this video if you like this content and you want to see more of it. Thank you for visiting Classroom Camp. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on all the content that I'll be posting for you. Really, that's all I have for this time, and I will see you later.